Welcome back to Cinephiles, I'm Chris.
I'm Robbie.
And we're here today and we are doing Stranger Things 2. And we're surrounded by really cool 80s set, nostalgic sort of stuff. So we are feeling inspired, ready to get into it. So we're going to dive into it now and let's see if we like it.
Halloween night, Will's sort of shadow. Maybe all of this is happening for a reason.
These are not nightmares. It's happening. And it all leads back to here.
Stranger Things 2 was once again created by the Duffer Brothers, like the first season, and it once again stars Winona Ryder, David Harbour, Finn Wolfhard, and Millie Bobby Brown. And joining them this time around is Paul Reiser and Sean Astin.
Samwise Gamgee.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good old
and
Sam.
Burke. Yeah, very cool. So it's now 1984. A year later, we pick up with the characters from season 1. Will's been rescued from the Upside Down, so he's back, but something's not quite right with Will. He's kind of blanking out, having a few nightmares, having a few problems. So the family and friends need to investigate, and it leads them to this facility. And Hopper also spends some time with some rotten pumpkins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Halloween, you've got to have
It's
pumpkins
Halloween.
on Halloween.
Absolutely, yeah.
This was an amazing season. An amazing show, amazing season.
Yeah, I think it was a very solid follow-up.
How do you rank season 2 compared to 1?
Season 2 for me is really because it's really a long film, and that's how it kind of comes up in the credits. It's like we were discussing before, Stranger Things 2. So when I see that in the credits, I'm like, oh, it's a sequel to that first one.
Yeah.
And for me, it does suffer from a little bit of sequelitis.
Okay.
With a couple of little minor complaints that I have about it, but as far as sequels go, man, it's great.
Yeah.
You know,
See,
I enjoyed it.
I adored season 1.
Yep.
As you know, it had a lot of familiar things in it that we'd seen before.
Sure.
Very Poltergeist at times.
Yep.
Goonies.
Mm-hmm.
It still continues that a bit in season 2, but I think
We get aliens. A little bit of aliens in this one,
Aliens,
so it
yeah.
changes a few things up.
I think season 2 it went down more an original path than season 1 did.
Yeah.
It really found its bearing going forward. Because season 1 was really about bringing in fans, 80s fans, nostalgia fans, people who love these movies, like the Spielberg movies. Now that it's established its fan base, it can really explore new ideas.
And it does. It explores and
yeah.
expands really
I
nicely.
think that's what it does.
I'd be really interested to pick the Duffer Brothers' brains and talk to them to see if they really had any plans of doing a sequel. Because now they're kind of saying, hey, we're going to do 3-4 seasons and then we're out.
Yeah.
I wonder going into the first one whether they had that mindset.
I think they did.
They did? Because it
it's-
seems really self-contained, that first season.
It does, but
Yeah.
if you look at bits in season 2, we'll keep spoilers for the end of the video. There's certain things that come up in season 2 that link to season 1 so incredibly well. They had to have been set up beforehand. Like, they were too perfect for them to have to try and tie them in.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
For example, the mum's muttering. Anyone, if you've seen the season, you know what I mean. Eleven's mum that you see in the first season, she's muttering these words.
Yeah,
and it fits in so perfectly into the story in
good
season
point.
2.
Yeah, that's an absolutely good point. Yeah, so I mean, it has all those throwbacks to the first season. They really know what they're doing. The first few episodes I felt were a little flat. The first one's great, but then I think the second episode, third episode is really trying to set some things up that are going to pay off later.
That's what I like, because season 1 was very much go, go, go the entire time.
Which I liked.
Yes. But at the same time, I do like the way this season does it, which is the slow build and then the incredible climax at the end.
Yeah, it pays off, but what I like about season 1 is the fact that any episode is standalone. This one, it's more about the entire season as a whole. So it all pays off, but you've got to watch the whole thing in order for it to really work.
Yeah, no, but like, I didn't have any episode that really dipped down for me. The only one that will kind of dip down, which I know a lot of fans have hated, but I still liked, was episode 7.
Yeah.
I liked it.
The Lost Sister.
Yes.
Yeah.
I liked it for reasons I'll get into when we do the spoilers. It is my least favourite of all the episodes across all seasons.
It breaks away from the main narrative.
It does, but I think it does things that needed to be done to expand certain characters and the world of
Totally agree with you, man. Totally agree with you. It's more of a character study of 11,
Yeah.
her backstory. So we needed it.
So the new cast, the two main ones are Sean Astin and Paul Reiser. Both of them I thought did tremendous jobs.
Liked both of them. Didn't feel like I spent enough time with Paul Reiser's character. I would have liked to have spent a bit more time with him, but it is what it is, man. I mean, that's the hard thing. Bringing in new characters, it's going to be a gamble every single time, whether they're going to work or not. And I felt that Paul's character was fine. I liked Sean Astin's character. I thought he was great.
See, I like how he didn't spend too much time with Paul Reiser because he kind of kept his character a bit mysterious. He didn't know if he was good or bad.
Yeah,
we're not going to reveal if he's good or bad until we do our spoilers. You know, you have a definite answer by the end of the season, which is great. But up until then, because we've had the shady government agents from season 1, you immediately don't trust him.
And he says, "Trust me." That's one of his lines.
That's
in there.
that's
It's like,
one of the first
okay,
things.
rightio.
Which is great.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. But Sean Astin was so lovable.
Oh, totally. Yeah. We love Sam.
He was great.
No, he's great. The problem, the new character Max, I had a problem with her, and it's not the actress. I think she's a great actress. She really sold the part. I just think it came down to the writing. She's really only there to provide a wedge between the main characters.
See, I think
I don't.
I think you need a bit of a conflict amongst the main group.
Yeah, but that's all that she's there for.
No,
in the story.
She becomes a love interest as well it becomes a bit of a love triangle between Dustin.
Yeah, that's the wedge I'm talking
Lucas,
about.
Yeah.
That's exactly the wedge I'm talking
about. But I
about.
like it as well how she's also like an even bigger cynic than Lucas was. Because Lucas in season 1 is the cynic, and then he comes around when he sees what happens at the end. So now so it kind of like flips the scales where now Max comes in. And she's an even bigger cynic than Lucas is, and now it's Lucas's job to try and convince her.
But that's what I'm saying. She is only there for the group, for those main characters, like for Lucas, right? Instead of her being her own character, having her own arc. Like we were supposed to feel sympathy for her, but I didn't. I didn't really feel.
Her brother was a douche.
Yeah, I actually felt more sympathy for him. Because you find out why he's like that.
I had a bit of sympathy for him towards the end as well.
Right.
But at the same time, like, your dad is an asshole, but at the same time, you don't have to take that hate out on other people.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I can't condone his actions, but you understand why he is the way he is?
Maybe because I was bullied in school, so I just had no sympathy for him at all. I was like, no.
Yeah.
Screw you, man.
I totally understand.
Yeah.
I totally get it. But you understand why.
Yeah.
And the thing with Max is I didn't really understand why. I just felt her character was underwritten, and that's the purpose is of her character is to just drive the plot forward. So I just felt she was underwritten, but it could be one of those things where later seasons explore her character more, and I'd be cool with that. And for the most part, I think it worked. I think they did a really good job.
I love this season. Winona Ryder, just as solid as the first season.
Oh, she's great.
David Harbour, I mean, he was already excellent in the first season, and I think he's even better in this one.
Yeah, I think all the returning players, continuation,
Steve
fantastic
has
work.
one of the best character arcs I've seen.
Nice flip, nice change.
In anything.
Yep, absolutely.
And
I hated him in season 1.
Yeah,
same. Yeah.
And then towards the end of season 2, you already have a bit of sympathy towards him.
Right.
And then in season 2, like, you just like him.
Yeah, exactly. Like he's
best
given a lot to do.
babysitter in the world. Yeah.
Totally, hands down. Yeah, he's given a lot to do, man. He's given a lot to do in this season, so that was cool. That was
and
cool to watch.
we're going to talk about like obviously all the nostalgic moment, all the nods and everything. The
Yes.
Ghostbusters moment.
Yeah,
That
well, I
was
mean,
terrific.
it doesn't shy away from it. The
No.
characters are wearing the costumes.
Or just that
And the ending,
When
yeah,
when Dustin looks in the bin and he's like, holy sh-, and it's cuts and the Ghostbusters
that's it. The
theme comes
ghost
on.
catchment, yeah,
Yeah.
so cool.
And
Such a
they
great
actually
moment.
happened to catch a dart in the Ghostbusters trap.
in the trap. Yep.
Yeah, that was great. And then the last 2 episodes are just full on alien. It was amazing.
Yeah.
And it starts off aliens and then it goes alien, and I loved it.
Wasn't it great? Yeah, there was so much tension.
Yeah.
When it wraps up, there's a cliffhanger, and like the last 5 minutes of that episode are essentially
Aliens.
aliens. Yep.
He's even got the beep, beep, beep.
Yeah,
it's
totally.
so
And then
good.
the blank screens, the white
Yeah,
noise as
yeah.
well. And it's like, oh,
And
this
Paul Rise is
gorgeous.
there.
Paul
amongst
Rise
all
is
of it.
there as well.
Burke from Aliens, yeah. It's great.
So
Well, I was half expecting Sigourney Weaver to pop in somewhere.
Oh, wouldn't that just be the
Yeah.
icing on the cake?
And the music was terrific.
Yeah.
As soon as Whippet came on, when they're going to play the video games at the beginning,
Yep.
the arcade games,
Yep.
I was...
Yeah, you were
I was-
sold.
yeah. I was already sold anyway, but
Yeah.
I remember going into this season, I was thinking, God, I hope the music's just as good. 5 minutes in, the song comes on, I was like, yes, it's
It
perfect.
works, yeah. Cole Dixon, Michael Stein did a really good job in the first season, really setting up the themes, but they really expand.
They really amped up the score in this one.
They
as well.
did, man.
No, it
Absolutely.
was terrific.
Yeah.
Should we jump into spoilers?
Sure.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
Can't really talk about anything else without spoilers.
No, that's right.
Let's give our star ratings first. Just,
Sure.
So, star ratings.
I'm going to go with 4 stars on this one. Just a couple of minor flaws, but a really solid follow-up to the first season. Great continuation. There are so many things to like about it. If you like season 1, you'll love season 2 as well. Yeah.
No, I loved it. 5 stars. 11 stars. 11.
11. Wow.
No,
Okay.
5 stars. 5
Yep.
stars. Cool. Spoilers.
Mhm.
So, well, we know that Will isn't quite himself,
Hmm.
and he
Upside Down's not done with him.
no, not at all, and he gets not dragged back in physically, but mentally he gets dragged back in.
Yep. Yeah.
That massive spider creature thing you see in the trailer.
Mm.
That's the main creature, the shadow monster. Or Mind Flayer, they call it in the series
Mm.
towards the end.
Yep.
It essentially possesses Will
Mm-hmm.
and uses him as a vessel to spy on our world, pretty much.
Yeah. Great performance from Noah in this one.
Oh,
Yeah.
because he didn't have much to do, and there wasn't the script's fault, because the script needed him to be missing.
Yeah.
But, and we knew he was a good actor, because he
Mm.
did well in the limited screen time he had in season 1. But here he has so much more to do, and he was incredible.
Absolutely.
The bits when
yeah.
he freaks out were genuine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few exorcism sort of scenes going on
That
there
scene
which
at
are
the end when
really
he's
biting.
tied up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty effective. Great performances there and great use of lighting, things like that. It was
The
it was
lighting
cool.
throughout this entire season was on point.
Yeah.
Really.
Sean Astin's character trying to escape
Yeah.
is a
So
great example
I
of
think
that
that
too.
I think that is the most gruesome death we've had in the series so far.
I think so. Yep.
Poor Samwise.
Yeah, we knew he was going to go out that way though.
See, I
picked it.
I
yeah.
wasn't expecting it.
I was watching it with another mate of mine, and
I thought Paul Rise was going to get the gruesome death.
well, see, that's the thing. He comes back at the end. I actually
Yeah.
thought he was dead, so that was cool.
See, well, I think that's why they kind of kept him in the shadows.
Yeah.
So he is the mysterious player.
Mm.
And I think going forward, as we saw, he had the meeting with Hopper. Where Hopper says, you need to reintegrate 11 into society and give her a normal life. I think that's going to be Paul Rice's job going
Yeah.
forward. Is
Sure.
giving 11 her life back, pretty much.
Mm.
But back to Sean Astin. That scene where he's been chased out, when he's hiding in the closet.
Yeah.
I always had
Tense, man.
I always had
Absolutely
visions of
tense.
playing like Alien Isolation when you're like hiding in the closet and that.
Right.
And
Exactly.
you see the shadow outside. Yeah.
Exactly what Alien Covenant should have been, right?
It's heartbreaking that Winona Ryder sees the whole thing too.
Exactly. Yeah,
But
but I knew he was going to go out, so it wasn't a big
Yeah.
wasn't a big
Her,
thing for me.
her seeing him die, I think, was not that she wasn't motivated to begin with to solve this whole thing because her son's in danger, but I think that was the tipping point for her.
Sure.
Because she was prepared then to do almost unspeakable things to her son to save him,
Right.
like burning him and things like that. In that
Yeah,
scene.
totally. Yeah, I mean that's
When
it's
even all the
handled-
others were like, "Stop!
Don't
Mum,"
do it, don't
and
do
she's
it.
like, "No,
No.
you have to do it." Yeah.
She got so almost really Sarah Connor
She
in this,
did
in
at
this, in
times,
this-
yeah.
in this season, which was really cool to see.
Yeah.
Nice ending too, man. I love the ending. It was
That's
very
what I want
sweet.
to talk about. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that final episode, it's probably my favorite episode in the entire series so far.
Yeah,
Because it wraps up the monster stuff, which you want,
sure,
without wrapping it up in a predictable way.
sure.
I thought that was a nice not confrontation, but sort of like face-off between the Shadow Monster and 11 in that shaft.
It's interesting, that shaft, because visually I didn't find it too fantastic. It wasn't all guns blazing
I
or
think
whatever.
that's the
but
point of it, though. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
more of a mental
thing.
yeah.
More of a mental thing.
And that's what I love about it. It wasn't a grand finale. It
Right.
was a more intimate finale.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was showing 11 really getting in touch with her own powers and what she can really do.
Yeah.
Which I think is why episode 7 was so crucial, because that almost unlocked her powers for her. That was like her training.
Yeah, and I wasn't expecting that. I thought it was going to be visually grand, like the first episode of season 2. I thought it was going to be pretty big. You know, you've got Hopper essentially taking out all the demi-dogs. You know, and that's
Demogorgon, dog, Demidog.
Demidog. Yeah.
Dustin has some of the best one-liners in this series. He is fantastic.
Yeah, I almost found it jarring when he started swearing, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting. I'm like, no, it makes sense, yeah, but it was jarring at first, but then I was on board for it. Yeah, it's a nice
I think it's nice progression because they've grown up a bit more.
Yep.
And like in It, which I loved It so much. The kids, they just behave like kids.
Yeah.
When there's no adults around, kids swear.
Right. Exactly. But he does swear to an adult.
Yeah, and the adult,
Exactly.
he pulls him back in line. That was great.
Yeah.
He's son of a bitch.
Yep.
Yeah, to Mike's dad.
Yep.
I mean, Mike's dad isn't the greatest guy anyway.
He's a terrible dad.
He's an idiot.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know, that finale, as I was saying before, what I loved about it was it wrapped up the monster stuff, but I still had half an hour to go. And it wraps up on such a touching scene. That whole snowball scene, I thought it was just beautiful.
Yeah.
Just a great emotional wrap up.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it felt right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wrapped up on the characters and not on the events, which is what I think makes Stranger Things stand apart from other
The characters,
stories.
man.
Yeah.
The characters. We love the characters. We want to see more of them.
Seeing Nancy turn around and, you know.
I finally like Nancy, but it took two seasons to get there.
Yeah, I never disliked Nancy. She had moments where she annoyed me a lot, and I was like, come on, stop being so selfish.
Right, she was selfish, but then she finally does something for Dustin, which was really sweet. Great moment for her.
Dustin, he really goes out on a limb in that ending.
Yeah.
Because he's always kind of like being, well, like all of them, like the timid nerds, pretty much.
Exactly.
And he goes in with the, you know, Steve's helping with the hair and everything.
Yep.
And you can see he's petrified doing it.
Yeah.
And he gets turned down time after time after time.
And Nancy's like, just wait a few years, girls be much cooler then, sort of thing. And yeah, it's a very sweet moment.
And that was a great moment between Mike and 11. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. It feels right again.
It does.
You know, everything's right. So
it's so good. It's great.
They handled everything. I think it's just a couple of little issues that I had with that entire season, but overall, great work. Yeah. Can't wait for season 3.
Oh, me neither.
Yeah.
I like you. I got a couple of little things, but so slight. Like it doesn't at all take away from the overall thing.
Yeah.
But again, like I've said in other reviews, nothing's perfect. Everything has a flaw.
Not.
But overall experience, I thought it was a flawless experience for me.
It's just that's right. It depends how much of those things actually really bother you. That's what it comes down to.
Like episode 7, that's obviously done something towards some people. They didn't like it at all.
Right.
It didn't affect me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, same thing.
But I was just the episode 1 when the Stranger Things logo came on with the music. I was like, yes, it's
back in the world, back in Hawkins.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, the goosebumps just came straight away.
Nice. Yeah.
Is anyone there? Anyone?
You should go now. It's almost here.
Alright, so those are our thoughts on Stranger Things 2. What did you guys think of it? Did you love it as much as we did? Comment down below and give us your opinion on the movie.
It is a movie in many ways.
On the show,
yeah.
on the series, on the movie. And are you guys looking forward to season 3 and 4, which are definitely coming? They've been confirmed. Can't wait.
1985, so it's going to be Back to the Future references.
Yeah,
so
yeah, definitely.
I'm on board.
Yeah.
Lots of those, please. Lots of DeLoreans.
But until next time, guys, keep an eye for more reviews. We've got plenty more coming out. We've got our Star Wars ones, which have already started to appear as we count down to The Last Jedi. Yes. And if you like what you saw, please subscribe down below as well. I'm Robbie.
I'm Chris.
And we'll see you at the movies.